Do you ever feel like you get like a ton of opinions about what you should do, how you should do things, how you should structure your information, what you should sell, how you should sell it, who you should go after? The list goes on, right? Like, I think there's one thing certain, right, in life. They always say like taxes and death or whatever, right? But yeah, I think there's another thing here is that there's going to be no shortage of opinions about how you should do stuff. So I wanted to take just a second to talk a little bit about when it comes to building your personal brand, which is the world we live in, right? There's a lot of how you should position yourself in the market, what content you should develop and bring to market to support your clients. And at the end of the day, as you work through that process, you're going to be interfacing with a lot of people, right? Consumers, the market, what makes sense to them, what doesn't, like strategists, people on our end, other advisors, there's going to be no shortage of people weighing in on how you should or shouldn't do things. And had a call with a client today that really inspired me to create this video. And what I wanted to just tell you is that it's good. Like you want to be kind of open to those outside sources of information. Like that's good. That helps you kind of think through things and analyze it and tighten it up. I always say like, always love healthy debate, right? That's what's going to let us work through things and get challenged in a respectful way, right? But work towards the best outcome. But at the end of the day, you can't sit around and talk forever. You can't, kind of analyze forever because you could spend hours, thousands of hours behind the scenes talking with different people, whiteboarding, analyzing, and it's never going to be 100% until you take it to market. And so I wanted to give you maybe kind of like three key things to think about here, just to guide you if you ever feel like you got a lot of voices and you're not sure like what to do and indecisive and it's keep you from moving forward. So step one is like it starts with you, right? You're the expert, you're the thought leader, you're the one that through your head and your experiences and your story, you've seen how to drive change. You've seen how to do something efficiently and effectively and kind of create a transformation. You've lived it yourself likely, and now you're trying to go out and create a variety of service offerings or products or whatever, like to help other people break free from those problems and get to a better place, whatever it is, right? So it starts with you. What's your experience been like? What is the proper way to kind of deliver XYZ results for a client? So then, as part of like thinking through that, documenting that, hopefully you have outside influences, that are helping you see it from different angles and work through it, right? That's a key part of trying to get it as tight as you like can get it before you bring it to market. So like kind of get those outside influences. But at this stage is where you can kind of overanalyze. And I just want to tell you that at the end of the day, I don't care if you have, the biggest and the best, most successful people in the market saying, no, this is it, right? This is how you should structure it or do it, right? You are the person that has to stand behind that process or that methodology. You are the person that has to help clients work through that process to get the results you're promising them. And so if you ever feel like conflict with what your gut's telling you, what your heart's telling you about the right way to structure it and do it, with what these outside voices are saying go with your gut, right? Because those other people that are there weighing in, they're not going to be the ones that have to grind through all the downstream work that's going to come from kind of bringing something to market, helping people work through it, creating transformation for your clients, et cetera, right? So listen to your gut, listen to kind of those voices inside of you, create other people around you to help you kind of think through it, make sure it kind of feels right. But if you ever get into that point of where you don't know where to go, like it feels like we can't agree, it's like default back to you. You are the brand, you're the expert, you're the thought leader. Like it needs to feel good to you. If it doesn't feel good to you, we got a lot bigger problems, right? So once you lock that down, right, like let's say that's your go-to-market methodology, then you're going to basically bring it to market. And that's the other thing I'll tell you is like, as you bring it to market, you're going to get a lot of market feedback, and you want to pay attention to that, because if it's not making sense to clients, it's starting to break down, things aren't working, you got to pay attention to that, because at this point, like it may feel really good to you, but if people can't wrap their head around it, they can't go through the process and see the results that you're hoping to deliver for them, you're going to have a hard time kind of getting traction and getting people bought in and getting results for your clients. And that's not good. That's not a durable business. That's not a durable methodology. So you always want to be taking in these outside influences along the way. But at the end of the day, in the early days, especially, trust your gut with what you bring to market, because you got to stand behind it. But then pay attention and be open to refinement and changes based on market feedback, but don't do it too quick, right? It's not going to be perfect for everybody. You got to give it time to kind of test out. But if you can kind of like follow those kind of three steps, you'll strike that right balance of staying true to your experiences and what's created transformation for you and results for you, which is truth. That'll give you confidence to bring that to market and speak authentically about it, to really do the hard work to create results for clients. But don't be so rigid about it where you're not open to listening to your client base, listening to the market, and trying to iterate where necessary to get good product market fit. So anyway, hope that's helpful, especially if you're in the middle of trying to lock down kind of your methodology, your process in the early days. So just don't overanalyze, kind of find that sweet balance.